Sam George elder, but we try to throw politics into here one minute home. To a all of a sudden the energy and what they call LGBT, young penny, young colano, ye say. Shum, energy nasa. So for you know, Reverend Genocide Wayedi, Uncle Williams Wayedi, and they try a man say trumu ya acceptable be and come wasm. This a beer based on green card, so Ukunu and now we and now Pena now Bibi, at America no file amount. Unya, Opa Palma Mewaha Unya, American lottery no. Uwi near, and no one to me, and Conco Nyabesa. Stephen Ntim yare because when yini, Anna a whole sense, some near dear Mama Yari any beer chenwo. Yam poisons Chama Ntim baby. Such a daft character, such a crazy ass character. Why Jimmy Kwenti Brofo kakra on tiasie?
This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Boadu TV suni yakwaba. Na Okatakyie Afrifa mensa I expose Kevin Taylor on Steven Ntim, chairman Edema NPP. Say last week mona Kevin Taylor show. I'm say this week mbo. I know say Steven Ntim NPP for poisøned. No more party be no more poisøned. And we try to be kika say Kufuor kra na ye na ama ebusiana ama botiambe ka say ye poisøned. Now Okatakyie Afrifa mensa Africa Kufuor. Ama Kufuor confirm say onima sema Kevin kanu ho hwe eye na matela etwa no trumu no yesese die school na dumu awi o hwe syllabus edo ko kire nkwada na ho ma no ayaye no ye de ama teachers no o ko hwe ene da hoyi Okatakyie biusu no ready ye afede ese ndisi fo no ne ya furnace teacher for no penny for omo ku gidi anya seketwa o omo ku ho se Mahama di trumu natum Okatakyie se mekan me ka kire mo se me gemfin so asem wa
me bi etwa mu na me ba USA half fro no obi betena ni show so na be ma bomidi come to America bomidi from picture to ne bomidi bi oni ehwe. The person was just not relevant. But because he decided, said, we will no longer tell the people the kind of foolishness all you need to know. When you leeway be or the dim kwasia some of them I will let it slide because man for no angasa know. But what we will not allow, and it's such a character, a day and penny for mobile bracha and missing. And in the bush, you have phone yina. Eddie betutwi ne nkwasi asem a wo yenim. Now me wo ho ne sending me video bi efa amatela ho. Bola bed no. Say o ka ensem a enye no kure oye toro. Na oye toro no manfo na dwene mo ha nti wo twa mo toro kura na and my brother mechire mu ache manfo no. Also, Steven Ntim, ya poisøned. Near poison Steven Ntim last year. The evidence in way, you should evidence. The evidence in way here was a letter Steven Ntim family at Chorobaye. Now, Obeka letter na mo. Okay, I would have allowed because still are not dunderheads. Airheads are the ones who follow this motherfucker. Forgive me, I mean. So why do you need to partner with Yakwa when not Osha said what do I do need Diagura? As Otimu said, I know Kofa President Kufuor di Ebeshi. Even some President Kufuor Ankasa, knowing the man I know, I knew that the guy was just being a fool. What Jimmy? But I know I'm a far phone, I'm afraid President Kufuor and said, no what to say. You didn't come out here and said there is a video going also where who now, I have his permission to state on record. Let me state on record. Me say me President Kufuor kasa ene anopa. So I have his permission. Say Jimmy Sam we ya kwase yi kano President Kufuor ni mo we. Tienye. Jimmy Samuya Kwane Kano, President Kufuor, Edi Nimu Babia, Onimu Hore. Ora Stephen Ntim, Yam Poison Babia. Stephen Ntim Yare, because when yini, Anna a Hons and Samni are dear Mama Yari any Bia Chenwo. Yam Poison is Chairman Ntim Babia. But Obe Chatra, Eso Kofam Penidi Bechuchim. Jimmy Fossey, Yentie.
The NPP as a political party, they poisoned Stephen Ntim. See, Papa Kufuor is the only person intervening.
Well, Stephen Ntim family in home President Kufuor baby, President Kufuor name ho she. Mr. Stephen Ntim yam poison Stephen Ntim yare e no kore. Ne wo yare o yare ne yema yare. No poison anywhere. Chairman Ntim yare before he means he 2020 a year election. Yam poison baby. Now Bola Bedi eba be chiremu die nti a ya poison one for evidence fufuro bi amo. O say letter Stephen Ntim family e de betu dwa no be kan letter no. But it baffles my mind how somebody could read such a letter and put that kind of interpretation on it, and the people believe such buffoonery, such foolishness. President Kufuor may say, and then on all the gods in Ghana that I believe in, and the Munyina Mujidi, ensure and one share in Yamasi Anopay, may the President Kufuor Edin Komo. President Kufuor si Jimmy Semwe wonim hohe. Wonim hohe. Plain stupidity. We Jimmy, we yana hwe akola wa Jimmy dia. We yana hwe wa Jimmy. Wonim hohe. Na edi enti ni ya poison no a obe read letter ni. So how do you read a letter which states that although it is not official, but it is well known that Chairman Stephen Ntim is not feeling well, and you put a meaning to it that you say, oh, yenyam fan to gase Chairman Ntim yare name me sure say nipa bebre no anim say Chairman Ntim yare, and a character like this could sit down and deceive the following, say that presupposes that Stephen Ntim has been poisoned. How does that statement in a letter presupposes being poisoned? Such a daft character, such a crazy ass character. A letter, Stephen Ntim, although it is not public knowledge, but it is well known that Chairman Stephen Ntim is not feeling well. And to his understanding, that statement now, what kind of human being is this? Where in the letter is it stated that Stephen Ntim was poisoned? You read a letter, the words are very clear, unambiguous. The words in the letter does not need any explanation. But you, in your daft mind, tends to put another interpretation on the letter to now say that Stephen Ntim abusuafoɔ say you are poison, and you get the likes of Ayamani Kweku Komsemo. How do people who reason believe in this guy? How? I thought that I get baffled. How people actually believe such a fool? I don't get it. What your true letter? The words are clear. Stephen Ntim yare, although yenyanya in the public, but munyina munim say Chairman Ntim yare. It's Chairman Ntim yare no. Obey take time off, and it is only normal. It is only humane. It says obi yare. Sabi ahim for cry. Yes, Yesua yare. It is obi yare. Obey take some time off. No dia kwa kohe no yare. How then do you put an interpretation on a letter that says that Stephen Ntim yare or Kosana ho yare? It will take some time off to say that poison Stephen Ntim, and he gets people to follow such a character. If only these people knew what this fool has been doing.
Ebusuafoɔ ne letter nie. Where 2025, may they all come back. Now I'm sure why the NPP is a foolish political party.
This the poison Stephen Ntim na President Kufuor nim ho bi no. The evidence ni nyina ni o. Wanya nipa mo ma ginedi And me your President Kufuor and I won't care because MPP now are serious. And your President Kufuor I probably wouldn't have even responded. But more muti and munyo sumo adwene kakrai. More muti no. Eti munyo su adwene no kakra. Obi akan letter no eye na watimi adada am say letter we kire say ya poison obi and what jedi with that question adwene ben na mutirim adwene ben na mutirim. Okay, so Issa say you Okatakyie, where is your evidence in exposing KT because you have not recorded your conversation with President Kufuor? Okay, so let's even assume I did not even speak to President Kufuor. Let's for a second pretend that I have not even spoken to him. I am asking you Umar, I'm asking you. And this will be here at the no kind salete which what dreaming a year you must say. He most agree you. What do you mean you swag? But you see, and me yasa, and I know miracle films can same be chreme. And Sassamon and Abbey the guiding principle of Medina Muyase. I say, ya na yawa gene said ye ultimate grinny easily, no. Sana obia to me grinny. Boa na grinny if free ha, echo see war in a sea. Tia your muwa botre. I'm not surprised that we get the likes of Kwaku Combs and Umar, and they believe such foolishness from a guy. What kind of letter no intro him or see a poison. But you see, said the basin tell us shas, you know, and the basin tell you be a philosopher. We enche or be a philosopher, what? Enche oba be philosopher said obedwa na num na obi a kan asem bia na de obi a no a kan asem mo problem bia to no bia meti ahwi ni problem bia ni bia de mo no me di sie no PK Sapon woni eye utim ema eye ma me akosua sewa Adey. And I ask Adey because say that lumba ewu kone krechi na upese uprezi mami akosua sewa. Must you do it at the expense of lumba noa na brabo bebo yana? Adey. Obie ni wa oye die hard lumba fan papa only buo ema akosua sewa. Even if we did not know her in person, and let me state that mene mami akosua sewa akasa oba bedru Ghana mene mami akosua sewa ne papa shi nyina akasa eti I don't support any of the two camps and eyamo den se mo bedi atum se whether odobroni ne campo whether akosua sewa I don't support any of the two. But Mami akosua se wa mo camp no ase mo yama enema ni be a time enra PK Sapon me nua be ka se ana enya akosua se wa akada lumba go nya hit. When you do that you are disrespecting the hard work of the man. Ana juda suomu wo tena se atworo nwa ya asam gedoa Sameti na na jude so meba na masoka ne na mesua de na ochina meyire ti babia okay woboa under no circumstance will anybody dispute the fact that Mami Akosua Sewa has been an integral part of Daddy Lumba's life. Why are there no two ways about it? But moka mane rubbish as Daddy Lumba ye kwasiampeni bi na nya Akosua Sewa ti be no ti Akosua Sewa na tworo nyoma Daddy Lumba. And some free trim work and Akosua Sewa na de man or na de be ya na mo yesa adai ya betimi abọ Mami Akosua Sewa abaso why are there nobody will disrespect her but one woman yes as in the quest to some be praise Mami Akosua Sewa no it is mo be denigrate papa no achievement eti sebi mami akosua se wa ye mo na baso wa ya ade she is done well one developing lumba one building lumba nemom lumba na wono a building ye woda ya na jude suom etworo nyom over 30 years oye kwase ampani dia narrative no dia narrative no munyai sa ne man enye fe wate munyai mene papa shi kasa me ka kire papa shi pen se nti wonua pa na ewuo na wo ye entije wo ye nti efe enye fe eye japade ho asem a obia ne obetimi atena Ghana ho se dad lumba japade wo beche no o ma akosua se wa bi ede nti na ese basa ede nti me masa ye nyina eti ya it cannot happen atenim guasia no amu analumba na nye wanhia kosua se okay wanhia kosua se wa anko ba afoforo bi beye Teresa ye bi dwaben wo woko okoto akosua se wa ye ne de o play ni ro wawu lumba woko ayi odobro ni be so mo no so play ni ro pa obi aye bi it is not an either or situation enye either here or there ade be no mo nyanse na me hwa papa shi ya na mabusa mo se timiti wiase me namfo no mbe pa na se wo kina mawu a wo mbedi nkwase asem ya papa shi ye di agumanu ase me hwa mu a me hu se kofi kwa ako se Denis Adjumo se kwaku osu se kiro se Alex Kwaku Boatin se me hu di obedi nkwase asem se de me hwa mu a me hu me ntiase na me ya no ana na nanu mo ka kirem se na nei na wo hunu bi na ro afisa one nkwase afo nso adi agoropen one nkwase afo adi agoropen omo wo picture enti e bia make say nei for the past 15 years one say nipa no kura ni agoro because one say bia na adwene mu no enti wo mpa na godie bio na mo oni ni di agoro mi bi emire bi atwa mu no one watwa picture wo kina say BBC na say nipa no pa me na menim no onya kas wo onanim no de picture ne kire obi abeka say I make sense go bia no abrabo boy latter part of it that person was not there eti me ka kire mu nkwase afo amenim odi agoro a wo me picture wo kina ye wu ade baba be kire abedidi abeye de papa shi eyero fa picture ne bra ne bagiska me pe nkwase asem so wonim say wo kina wo ya was I'm fighting for truth to me. Of what good is the truth if it does not bring peace? No krekano se emfa sumdue mamu obi ahonto no a no krekano a wo se wo kan wan no kore akosua se wade odobro ni dia na lumba de no anje akosua obi a wo ayi anje akosua mi bu no papa obi antimi mfa nanim nyefo enye no kore lumba wonye bonia ye ni wo bitimi ne papa won suta donwa otimi edanase emire bi atwa wo bitimi ye lumba papa wa kura bi ase 30 years later obedanase to onye bonia ye ni ti anti akosua a onema a wo ye nyina ye no kore wa ya ade ye nyina ye ta na chi odobro ni so be ye bi mo se da bi either or situation adai na papa shi wo tu wiase na wonim nyansa wonua no on ne kofa mai mienu nyina bai e ma no yeso de ba akoshe tokuru mu hui ti ede ba no mediga ka me se wo a onim se me no wadi agro pen a me wu a wo me picture aba be din kwase asem sei fa bra be picture be jiska me pen kwase asem wonim se sei na abaye machi na ntimi nkura machi e make sure ye father mfo so be katewa de jaso ntimi nkatema de jaso na asi sei na abaye dia fa bra beje fa picture kura na me won fa beje because and maybe 15-20 years in me maybe 10 years in me. As a Christian, as a member of the Assemblies of God Church, he will sign that bill. Then he pay transfer. Aya monshano, both and the Kwanti na yiji. Monsha Sam George bill. A Hong Kong is a dear. None any musia. Na way Sam George way a year elder. A year Reverend Janasare. Sorry. Sam George elder, but we try to throw politics into one minute home. The question we are asking today, Sam George ye to abawie all of a sudden the energy anu ode ko LGBT yempene yenkola no ye be say hwem energy nasa hoodwinked all of us about what time all of us we thought that it was for a genuine cause they were fighting for a LGBTs and some we didn't want a year all of a sudden ye to abawie ye fine now senka a year eno nko a akanya ya naka yɛda sɔre ya yɛse yɛfrɛ bibi teacher manual ne yɛde teacher manual ne yɛsɛ yɛde curriculum akɔma ɛyɛ a teacher for sɛ ɔmo fa nkyerɛ adeɛ no ɛsi ɛma wɔn manual akɔyɛ sɛ wakoto TV how to set up so yɛde curriculum na brɛw na ebom no part of the curriculum no ɛsi ɛma wɔn manual a wode bɛkyerɛ adeɛ so 2025 physical education and health ɛyɛ elective teacher manual a yɛde ma teacher for no ironically the apostles of ɛyɛ LGBT anti-LGBT campaign ɔmo abɛn mu na you see sɛ owurɛ fi oho a da bia bɛyɛ mfonsoɔ ɛyɛ saa ban wɔ ya na John Mahama ɔne Andrew Solomon kɔda ampa so if John Mahama on a second term eka kyerɛ sɛ ɔbɛko atia ɛyɛ galams LGBT were you really expecting that ɔba fight against LGBT woyɛ normal John Mahama wotimi president wotimi ne bɛrima kɔda mpa so president o reduce your governance to that level say bɛrima ɛne wo bɛrima ɛda mpa so when he was the president on Andrew Solomon Kodam, and you actually thought that Sani Panosenya another opportunity or besaba. So Yanan Soria teacher manual no samuridi if it's very clear teacher manual no omodi ahye eye asiye tienie teacher manual no say now there is a different definition gender identity and internal experience tienie recognition of non-binary identities. Eti say yeka say gender identity eye oba ne be ma no. Ene Jomama ban mu. Teacher man wa ye de ama eye enkola no so omo nkosua de no. Mo ready ba bia ya circle ne blue no a. Oso omo de omo nyintum, teacherfo ne nyintum say eye oba ne be ma ana ye the only gender. Munti asem yo. When we say gender there either male or female. Eti Church of Christ ni anka wa ban mu de and yamatan times we thought that we will not probably see some. Nemo mi yada sorry here. Gender na ye define no or say it refers to a person's deeply felt internal experience of gender which may or may not correspond with his sex assigned at birth. Yede be kire ye mano e mema ni niu. Yede be kire ye nkola no. Yes say teacher for ni say first no, ye ka say gender nke ye male and female. Name apostles of anti-LGBT and they under their governance. Womo say yen ka say do gender it refers to a person's deeply felt internal experience of gender which may or may not correspond with the sex assigned at birth. It can include being male, female, or a blend of both. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. John Mahama abmemuono. The omode chire yemano. Or say this concept goes beyond the binary notion of gender, that is male and female, and recognizes the diversity of gender experience and expressions. These were not accidental inclusions. Haruna Idrusu and set up Naka. Don't forget, during Professor Jena no Poku Ajima time, and a UNESCO for issue, UNESCO for program be omoye so omoye. And what na sa agenda and say same way sha se baye. Now a babedru here, so MPP for na dey it started with John Mahama under Professor Jena no Poku Ajima no ye vice president. And then omusi yenye ntumu say yɛka sɛ ɛyɛ gender ɛnyɛ male and female bio Name no a male, female, and any other description as nipa ni fili. Etiebusara Haruna Idusu. Who authorized this definition? When authorized it? When authorized it, was it Parliament? Was Parliament informed? They say ye changing one idea. PTA, Parents and Teachers Association. Mama phone and papa phone. Timunim say the idea we ya share. Mo ayi say mo man say wo mo besua say oye oba na mo fili say oye kwadwo oye be ma o fili say oye kwadwo besia ampa ye gender. Afe yeti wo mo to e sha say you am so we have recalled Naka say we recall it. Now not only should Naka recall Nyomana. We are calling for Professor Samuel Ofori Bekoin, said President in Sakeno. If indeed the president does not support this nonsense of LGBT, then Professor Samuel Ofori Bekoin should be sacked. Other than that, apostles of a year, Ntrumu, and then Mwamemuono, Ntrumu, Mwamemuono Mubu. Tienye, apostles of anti-intrumu and intrumu amemuo ana womubu ase. Etinaka president to say, in 2024, it will buy in one shim, yaman oversight responsibility ajuma. Se wamwama yemran chene maba wano. Wamunsuya niyo mapapa, which corresponds with a social cultural practices. Almost over the debi, he say Ghana for asofo munyina ma yedin saa na Kufuor do ba in the first year second year munyina mu yedin ni eka eduru ba bia mu hunu say ya akode kina mu sha ase be kan na John die nsu ye mu bi ye hunu nyoma ne bebre ye ka asofo nyina yedin Reverend Agenasade wa yedin ayi papa ya ne minim kakraka ya ote ayi Spinkters Danka Williams wa yedin ene ye kire ye ma no say ntrumu ye acceptable obi anka ho asem asofo obi anka ho asem ede ntia na ejigezi mu didi say tam eti asofo ni nyina ensemhunu nkomhye we na ensemi nu obofo mo hya ase na mo ka bie muntimi nka bi ubegina ho ana aye obi ade ne nsa be ka jo Mahama bia obi ade ne nsa be ka jo Mahama bia obofo we ni ade ahye ya ade mu si yenkola nkosua sese ye ni oba ani bema ye wo bema ana ye wode akola no afili eti edu ba bi na se ofasi ye twa ne tredu akora ma ne oba ye makwa ma ne nye obi aso nkasa I was it, please try, Alasan Musa was it, please try and, Dia Evans, please try and translate it into Twi. Ninyana answer your mama says, ye begin to move, omo chrem kolano, and ye frebi be a year indoctrination, tienye. Now, subversion. If you want to destroy a society, you don't need to, the only thing you have to do is to miseducate a generation of that society. And that generation of that society will one day come and miseducate the rest. And that will be the end of the case. It makachira mo say, sa conscientization of yenkola, say omo suen trumu, it we the enti omo di ahyem ne say. And then menu mienu, the enti aye bon trumu so a, na ye ho eyi tan eyi hin say. Ye nyina ye ba no. We were taught to hate it. Tienye. Now broni ni munyansanti. Ono ma meko saa dede na mo ye no ye yan so be change mo curriculum educational curriculum ode be fa etibon kosofo a yabo mo paase wo mo emu man na yesesa no na akola ye ko kire ne se o free na de ko akola wadi 12 wadi 13 free na de ko ye free bi gender emom gender ne enye male and female na emom no it recognizes diversity of gender. It is a u feel ko jo be se no so ye gender. A time will come sa ankola ye o mu sua saa de no omo ne ba be members of parliament omo ne ba be shemra saa bere ni duru oni ye ntrumu ade no ba beto a enye omo time because omo sua ne ye kire wo mo so dede na amo ye no jo mama aban kire ye nkola ne se ntrumu nya hwe. In the next 10 20 15 to 30 years there is no way as ankola ne be ye omo time eti said ye ya omo man ye to ya bosum nyina gu ye no man fetuo ni agyan. It was just to indoctrinate you, subversion. They needed to miseducate you for a while. and one kasa be kofi na no maame ma beko eti bedu ba bi nkola wo musua sansem hunu we omo be sori na omo maame no akosi ntumu so ye de if say up until 1960 year in Britain now uye tumu ye chewa ye kum tienie ye do to jail and am see ye ma akwan ma nkola ni suasua eye saa nneoma we nyina and Britain ntumu ye normal conversation with them saa ne yasua makwan mo de saa nneoma ehihye ye curriculum mu e de kyerɛ nkola na de ene obebusa so eye de enya hwe but omo de kyerɛ nkola na de a time will come that saa nkola no ane ba benyini na omo nyina omo de ba be hyemra saa nkola no ene ya makwan ma ubie eye movies almost every movie Sam George ani tiri koto se gemu aboa every movie in Ghana se ne obehwe a when yakora benya 1 or 2 gay scenes wo ye nkola no so ye ne omo na ehwe ene cartoons nyina ye nkola ne omo na ehwe cartoons nyina ye gay scenes ahyem enso Mahama so wo fight because on sign what the papa we would you omudi at your own peril ti de make yi be say uje Mahama aban di at your own peril President Otimi ene Andrew Solomon Koda empaso such a demeaning posture of a certain president of a nation. Now, Otimini Bema Fufro Koda and Pasumi Etwa and a picture. Such a character and Mujidi se Ampanyampa was a it's just a matter of time. Give time, some time, and people will see it. Some George I know Fusa Wanamanu Kunko to say a Lufthansa Babitu. Nya to me once I can get once a meal. Said they know si kwa up and down near so for yempene. Also nya to me we obey minister once I can get once a meal. Na kioneta by Miss Munina money it will come ma worry maybe be a how. Na yama brena ngasan enyi ne kwadi what na yan sorry free medical catch am say aban no onka no kore aban no eye kionet aban na aban no ye kionet aban ti wo de niema bebre esiesie mu yanko break e besa ba I am going to Funya, many years right, many years right, I am going to Nama is not yet, or you will be my home, Mama is rosy. I am going to Medi Yeswachi. Sa. Ora, fellas Ofosu Kwache, Edin Samu Tuja Enra. A friend accountability series of a year, Mahama Amemu. Now, accountability series in your busa question. So far, government no day.
Numbers are being compared, but I know for a fact that it is far less than what we inherited from the previous administration. Then when it goes, you see it. Yes.
Now,
thank you very much.
Okay, or say a far less. How many presidential staffers and a whole government spokesperson cannot tell us how many presidential staffers after 1 year in government? Otiminya Kufuor de kai. But a yet 1 year in government, a whole government spokesperson cannot tell the people of Ghana the number of people working at the presidency. How many presidential staffers do we have? Now, Osia Kufuor 120 ministers plus 300 presidential staffers. Meanwhile, in 2024, government compensations was about 63.6 billion. Tienye. And ye di ye ewo presidency. Sa time na Kufuor de no ewo soro. In 2025, aban na was ne de no wo fom no. Sa aban koro no in 2025 e raise ko 76.6 billion. Tienye. Aban no. a ono Felisofo so kwa chinya 72 million de tena ba bi ote no se wo de ye government communication eti Kufuor do aban ne so ye hu bi da eye large in 2024 or di 63.6 billion Jomama aban aba aban esha lean government ministers near 60 now 76.6 billion ye allocated core presidency so mun konkodi. In 2026 government has allocated 90.7 billion here de kwa koma aban no awusua no aban ye show chenye aban ya also wo saving it question ebusan say savings no ode ma ye ewo he ba woni bi enti a ontimi enka enchire the number of presidential staffers because makacham say aban no eye frakadam eye killnet aban mon hwade aban we e release makacham say omo sheda appointee eye ministers especially regional ministers aba kwada ne TikTok minister now omo appointed regional ministers wie ye no ana omo pese omo appointed deputy regional ministers but omo dey omo koka deputy regional ministers a ye be kan aka eye ministers ho etiyam from omo eye deputy regional ministers demo ye be from omo eye regional coordinators tienie ye be from omo regional eye political coordinators now regional political coordinators yen hwa de bi wa mo hwa de mo pay attention mo hwa de bi wa now omo release our list we pay attention list we Anthony Nupenu miami nua oye regional political coordinator to the regional minister for Greater Accra region tienio now surprisingly omo ye sa list we ye no omo de Ashanti region there by mienu but omo mfa Ashanti region there ni mienu nyina no enhye at the same place esa o ready a ubehunu ne ntem se omo eye frakadam so ade na me de a kire mo no mo nhwe eye last end ho ubonso omo akiro okay ye ready top no Isham oh sorry let me come back so we Isham Alasan second row or your regional political coordinator to the regional minister for Ashanti region tienie now we Isham Freewa the next person yanko the next list so yenyi the next list never wait so now next list na share asie ho on say omudi ni mienu nyina akọ boss at the same time anka wo ready a wo be hu say Ashanti region ko ya appointed now Pfizer Dauda ewo down ho ono nso deputy regional political coordinator to the regional minister for Ashanti region now dim dia aban we killnet no mo ya atro nipa bonefo aban ti no when him say actually omo appointed miensa menya ne tie kura say na omo sa appointed ba kwa kan wo na emo omo appointed miensa no omo anfo omo nyina din ama eti the omo di kan di ne din ba ye second row no tienie the omo di kan di ne din ba now omo omitted the name of this individual who is my brother omo omitted the name of this individual omo anfa ne din ama in 2025 August 19th Anna Dr. Frank Amwakohene TikTok minister Ebeka kire ye say Mr. Sylvester Japan first no yi movie a dodo no friend slide me nua pa nyanche me no dako ete ne nka na ache then times miracle films me no ana na ebo Sylvester Asar ye can say Sylvester Japan ye appointed as deputy political coordinator for Ashanti region and so omo release a list no omo amfa Sylvester Asar di anship woni bi dia omo di ship omo be hu say coordinators ni di doso. That is the kind of entro governance ayedema mo na mujidi. That is the kind of hypocritical governance being given to you and you believe them. Chiede me kan ye. Omo appointed Sly as deputy regional political coordinator. our muji pay equally as deputy ministers and ministers. Now, Oma amfa on the D and shell list because Omo di D shell list anymore. Mubehunu. Iti Jomama aban no eye atro aban. No kura ba akokura nim. But when I keep on telling you guys are not listening. Other than the sliding, they've omitted it from the list of coordinators. I don't know my omitting. Ashanti Regional Minister, the Tonyama Medito. August and Ashanti Regional Minister Becca say I appointed Sly as Deputy Regional Political Coordinator. Meanwhile, you have any can't a listen because you need can what. After you ever say regional coordinators no more for, and you believe such a government because our government and no president to Tosha Tawalinyum. You believe such a government because our government the president is Kambu a red gold green. You believe such a government because that government any hey okwa asori na okwa tenachiri hey we humble be so otemo adwene ase. Mahama temo mo adwene ase. Wonim say the theatrics ne yam de chen amamu. Wonim say theatrics no yam de chen amamu. Na oman ya yetimi di obi ne yire no mienu asem yetimi bo paako omo ye nipa to a saa nipa yi eti frakadama ban no killnet ban no wonim dia mo etimi esu emu eti na da bia na John de oye humble John de Yemi God say wa appointed yen so dem free way be ka muntie na mo ani kwakuokom so se wani trikoto say ayi anyway yamfa ento so ne enko US aban but entia menya ne say actually there were regional coordinators political coordinators there tienie Etina, there were regional political coordinators mienu already. And once I appointed 3 akoka onu ohunu so de kire mo. Oh. Ajay, kionet aban no mo hunu da frakadam aban. Bibie mo ni nso emie. Nanka Felix, wadaroma presidential staffers near say yes and you know.
I have to mention that the previous government had about over 300 staff at the presidency. I want to know concrete figures. How many staff do we have here?
I can tell you for free
at the presidency
that the numbers here are far less. Indeed, we are required by law this quarter, I think by March or so, to present the list to Parliament. So you will see. I think that the numbers are being compiled, but I know for a fact that it is far less than what we inherited from the previous administration. Now, when it goes, you will see it. Yes. Thank you very much.
Felix, numbers are not a yes saying.
You were bold enough to mention that the previous government had about over 300 staff at the presidency. I want to know concrete figures. How many staff do we have here?
I can tell you for free
at the presidency
that the numbers here are far less. Indeed, we are required by law this quarter, I think by March or so, to present the list to Parliament. So you will see. I think that the numbers are being compiled, but I know for a fact that it is far less than what we inherited from the previous administration. Now, when it goes, you will see it. Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Felix is so on to me count the number of presidential staffers and machire mu dientia. Kwame. Kwamwachi yadom. O pap ayi wofa. Material se no. Yes, me blow me a trumpet. I am one of the most intelligent people that will ever walk the face of this country called Earth. Na me ne manfo ne dilia mete manfo no adwene ase. Eti mitimi yusu manfo no momo ankase timi ye bibi no omunim se mi yusu o ma momo ayade. So enra ana beto odwa se Trump administration no the ban ato immigrant visas so 75 countries including Ghana and Nigeria. And of course, me de to Facebook me anam churoi nyame obi anam churoi na me de to we na me sa edit na me de shem say World Cup no ahye. So in effect, in their quest to say they want to get at me, which I knew that's what they would do, they ended up propagating Wamuangasa ban na ye dia to Omaban so. They ended up propagating Omuma ban ne kwachire ma manfo teaching say me angasa me to me page. It mwadwene no keten. The nipa maba United States nyata Ghana maba be share immigration law this semester ma pass anya A- in immigration law. Professor Lulu Ferrante class ma pass anya A1. Minim what immigrant and non-immigrant visas are. Minim me de source World Cup no ahye na. Me so mu dimirika omo say yenya no ne amoa na omo ye no na afi omo angasa e ma Ghana fo ote se yabane womo angasa. In their quest to sombenya they will come at me no, they ended up promoting say yabane womo angasa. Mwadwene ye nkete edam nsa me didi agoro. Me too minim what family based immigrant visas are. And a minim non-immigrant visas. Na me ba me tena kodo so me de ayi body ha ban ne ba America ho. Eti yabane womo was suspended. Okay, brofo bia apese na okugye to ablakwa ana omo ye na dome market for man say yeti ye baabi Donald Trump meka yen de ehu ya ni so okugye to ablakwa Donald Trump akọ Venezuela e wakọ pamo eye Maduro de ehu ya so okugye to akọ release letter okugye to na asemwe afa wo ho ben. Because the timing, foreign minister, a free Kwame Nkrumah pencil, your foreign policy are very the same. We neither face left, we neither face right. We face forward. Kwame Nkrumah foreign policy. We don't belong to the east, we don't belong to the west. We face forward. Ubedu America for say they do not have permanent friends, they have permanent interest. Etikamino kasei America for ne Venezuela for ye omadia ana enya se momu ye tilted towards the easter anka fa wo okugye to ablakwa ho ben. Professor Mills di money wants to do fiasem afa no okugye to atwe no atwero mirror of justice nsem hunu no atwero ana do mi make for man se okugye to nkofa asem mreye Afe, the simple thing is that America forcing a ban. There has been instances America for suspended a year visas our man for Ghana and Kaho. Anna and yet Ghana and 75 countries, countries who are young former and Kaho, more African continent, so young former and Kaho. And nobody should come and tell me, say, Okuja trust him no cocaine, it has nothing to do with a year visa. It is a Minoka say. Immigrant visas, enyina akire say family based visas. It is a ukunu ana wo yire e wo America na ate Ghana no also wo file amaw sebra tienie na bra betena ne nchen a enei me no kasei sa enya adwuma ene wunya visa ya suspend ene se wu wini American lottery sa American lottery no wu wini a ene wuntimi enkonkonya visa if she is suspended. Enya me America ene okugye to nsem hu okodi ye and ye suspended mo ene because of a year suspension wenti say green card who apply for green card e wo Ghana visa bia based on green card say ukunu ana wo yire ana ompena ana obibi eti America no file ama unya o papa ma me wa ha unya tie de make yi and then you suspend mu mesi wunya uma ubetimi ama obuafu ubetimi enkosi hwe wunya countries ni bi wo ho a yan suspend wo mo it nobody should come and tell us say anefa he ne kosi he ne yesi ana ni investigate wo mo your countries are investigate ye ya investigate wo mo get out. Now, public announcement, di kai and say, see, I said dollar, a costro, dollar no, bono, dollar no, say, dollar no, why they Sydney a week. Name dollar no, why they Sydney a week ya. Ye kwa hwe no wuyi wani free propaganda no so na aka se wo ko hwe BOG report na anga se mu a BOG report for 2025 it shows that there is a significant reduction in a credit flow. Now your credit flow no a man yoma bebre enye hu the credit flow kira ne say amanfo bobosia free bank adidi dwa no mo sa disika koto ma bank ne ye ade no say according to Air Bank of Ghana latest report no kira say the first 10 months of 2025 no credit flow are now in 2024 a year 20.952 billion Ghana cedi a reduce about a year 8.86 billion. That is about 142% reduction. As it chire nyina ne say said na bank for no ebodo me market for ma no ebosia ema wo mo etimi edidi dwa no in 2024 banks ne bobosia to the tune of 20.95 billion. Nemo unfortunately yes dollar no aye den sidi na aye den no banks ne ntimi amobosia banks ne bosia o mo boy ma manfo editre wo mo dwumadie mu nyina no 8.626 billion. So that is a collapse of over 12 billion in credit flow just in 1 year. 10 years. And yet in a credit flow no ehun hia. Credit flow no the lifeblood of the economy. Economy ni say be you, say enye you, say be kosuro, say enkosuro. Credit flow no na ehia. If say credit flow no na ma business gina wo na so. Banks in a bo business, banks in a bo household bosia. And no more mutimi de etre wo machine. Na Kufuor do penso ya se dollar no enye. And so 2024 banks in a bo man for bosia o mo de tre o madwuma business is expanding here 20 billion. And a dollar no a year investor confidence aba. Ye Jesus Christ aba. Ye hunu bi da. Nanso credit no a collapse banks mo be say banks no enye aban no otiso ni say ne figures na wo de maka kire mo say enye de aban ne wo pin ni hia so wo betia mamuo no ase ni hia eti enye me na make Bank of Ghana no report ana odi aba say in the year 2025 credit flow no that is softer credit expansion to the private sector no reduce. In simple terms, banks are playing it safe. In simple terms, banks and person because omonye aban no eni. Eti banks and bosia na yebono. And no more business in grow. Business, SME, small scale enterprises, traders, manufacturers. Wamuntimi nya adwuma, evize wamunya bosia mpompa nya adwuma. Na aban papa aba. Aban fun sei. Na yema bre, let's give time some time. If you say man for cost mo gudom market for mano, kantamanto for mano, makola for mano, wo mo cost mo kopebosia, wo mo nya bi. Enti unemployment rate kosoro na mabre give time some time. Ronnie Thompson say you are very empty. Ronnie nyahwe, woni empty no amesere ma me fa nkyere manfo no asesa wate. Ronnie wa ye deep no ko bie bi na. We nya banking issue me ka asama chiro pain tienie government na de na wo ye no ye fake dollar na ye woni pin ye fake enya no kore eno ntina ye banks no entimi emma bosia no so 142% of a year bank credit flow collapse. That is a red flag. It shows economy enyina ne nanso tienie emo obi ama meda down tum futrum wani. Na yanko announcement number 2. We dey mesere mu a mo obi a medi matem. Announcement number 2 no yeti krom ha. Ohwe ahaya on the 11th of March. Aka 2 months pepepe. Na owura ato forcing ato awo force ekoka kire ye se na yadawroma wo ba bebie women's bank na women's bank no na ehye eye omo manifesto now women's bank no or the same bebie a enam so omo ya atrofo na omo nka no kurenti no okogina eye parliament yentie ato forcing mind you eye 11th March 2025 which is exactly 2 months. And was see the year 2025, omu bebie Women's Bank. Papa, they say, Women's Bank and the band beba. If se menoka say a Bank of Ghana, ne Women's Bank 51 million na ka se obey Bank of Ghana, say opese be a bank wo Ghana. The minimum capital requirement we here, 400 million. Nenam se atoro ahwe omo kra mu ma na omo nim se manfo ni nsua de manfo ni nredi etie twa manfo ni tronti no okobo 51 million wa bere onim se 51 million ebie banka enye now shortly after ohun se wagu fi no ana okopie mu wo eye City FM okokyerechirem akamu ye asempa nso de tietia okodru City FM mum ana waka se government allocated 410 million. Aye abaya aye frakadam aye killnet abay. 1 year down the lane, almost 1 year. Women Bank ni sesihio. Ye hunu baby e wo. Na minim se ye the 51 million etimi bie bank. Ewa abra the real figure of aye capital requirement aye here. Ye di enu bie bank near 400 million. Eti na ese ohunu se aban no eye atro eye nkontompo aban me ka na mudi matem me atemdidie no ensesa hwe esese monimia ewiase nipa nyina ekọ right na me hwe din na me busa mo se ade no mo nyina ekọ right ese me call left na me ye setting in my mind se me call left a bibia no we betimi asesa now mudi matem nyina na me kire mo ade mo behunu nso if say abino omo nka no kore propaganda ne content creating ye wo mo de chance wo mo be ye adwuma abino propaganda content creating eye wo mo de chance wo mo be ye adwuma it is ye busa the pertinent questions the real issues beyond eye santro na wo mu twa kire mo no ese ye busa the real issues eti obufu wa ho so obufu se me busa eye the real issues a obufu wa wo ho ti region for na se men kai Yewura John Dramani Mahama se Yewura John wo moto aba ma wo we di won kan bone wo to aba ma wo nti so to aba ma de a o mo sere wa wo mo nso ehia eye ekwan nti we eye public announcement we men kan bone menya hwe we a public announcement keke why Yewura John Dramani Mahama aban nti wubufu a wo ya ndisi ni na wubufu na atworocho nkwase asemu a eyowa na abuafu ho wa na abuafu na ade ne yesi Ghana ese no petrol no aba fom nanso still no yenya cars ni bi efa entu kwan adai ade asemu a ade na esi Aden yenya eye petrol ni bi say no okay so one before say be call no MCE for eye Mampong tienie MCE for Mampong we are closely watching you yeah that's it samanya bi 24-hour economy no almost say abaso so we say times 3 81 job 3 shifts, yes sir. Now if you the 1 job 3 shifts aba. Now a trotro drivers GPRTU for. One more say ampani ampa tienie. But before say about trotro drivers in the GPRTU for so no. Angosi brat. One na aboa me ye campaign ma eye NDC for. Na omo wa ban mu. Any omo wo opposition. Any omo wa ban mu no. Angosi brat 24-hour economy what you say say.
Electioneering period, what Ghanaians understood to be 24-hour economy was simply that we'll be working around the clock.
Yes.
Nothing more.
Yes.
After the election, the perspective appears to be changing to something else. That's problematic.
That's true.
We are draw a bind. And Yamenkwana me notice a bind with your Mokan opposition biano. Wamu chatro actually manfono. Now, even their own Kwesi Pratt, Aneba, mind you, Uncle Kwesi Pratt, Eba Eye Juma, office of the vice president, Ama Pratt. Eti Uncle Kwesi Pratt said, dear, we Mokan wo opposition, you know. Wamu so mobile no more down womano. It is a make at the chain, a make and a wooden near. What dear? It's when you mean a make and what did matem? What did matemwa? But 24-hour economy, no. Samijam Fimunchire Moni say 1 job, 3 shifts. Now, if you offer 1 job, 3 shifts. Now, trotro drivers and so says, Wamu load year free a year. Young fan say a year, I'm gonna get junction, the Akoswamia. Instead, some below this straight, you know. Omu take inspiration from a 24-hour economy. It will be loaded from Angraga Junction, will do a year airport runabout, no agina. Will load it from airport runabout to do Kufuor, no agina, Minkobu. No, I shall load it from Kufuor, no, the Atuaso Koswame, no, and yet tray. Mosimun Tibida, Mona Muma, or Modest idea buy. It's 133 transport economy, and no more running. So Angraga Junction to airport runabout, first fare. Airport runabout to Kufuor, second fare. Kufuor to Swame, third fare. Eti muna modiaba. It is a modi 133 aba. Na trotro drivers and say nei wamo enya yi eti nipa nya car adentia 24-hour economy ne 133 shift no wamo driver for no so practice bi. It is say no so wo call a year from Pokwasi to a year circular. Obefa from Pokwasi to Fankora about first shift. O from Fankora about no abesi eya beka second shift and sana from abeka to circle third shift. Mosimunti bida. 81 trade a very good policy. Munya driver for no musu nyebi. Manfo ni nyaka a driver for ni nyehwe. Dia mo mu ka asem beye no. Ano mu di kan ayama mo. 24-hour economy dia mo ka asem beye no. Ano mu eye amamo. Obia nyamfonso. Obia nyamfonso. It is any pan wo kwa malamwa. Olodi free achemota eso otimi gina La Paz. Na mu nyina musi. Na wa load from La Paz to a year sotrium na mu nyina musi. Sotrium na watu aso akwa kodu. Eti a year 133. Nobody should come and do any answer 133 formula no anu mgusu a omoye no. We announcement ubufu a. Yan sorry free eho na yenni nkomo we. So a year MCU4 Mampo Asante Mampo. Say Asante Mampo no muka say omo mpene ma Asantini bia me MCU ho no. Ampeni ampa omo ma Asantini bia nya MCU ho. Na afi yentie Mampo municipal. Say me no woka say omo allocate 300,000 o hwe ade ya media to so ya appendix. Already ade na media to so no a. Me no woka say Mampo municipal no allocated 300,000 Ghana cedi. So or they drill boreholes, 3 mechanized boreholes. They momo or ye boreholes for a year communities are or ye poor and needy. Ironically, or no MC, you know, or yes, our budget in you know. Borehole no ni fee or so want to mean conco moonshine a man for them. Adi or the show also what the yama a year the needy society no. Or no MC, you know, a allocation no. What tobacco ewo ni fee. Instead say call the poor people no. MCE's residents what two borehole no ho. Sa so no de ba akoko MA block edo Osekrom Osekrom chips compound. Now question ye busan say the program is sustainable potable water distribution to a year undeserved communities. Underserved communities. Now underserved communities, you know. MC you know so no residency one year underserved community. It was 100,000 be borehole. Frakadama buying. MC your Asante Mampo. What the 300,000 a share the budget to say what they kwakoye underserved communities, sustainable potable water distribution to underserved communities. Now, underserved communities, or no residents who are say underserved communities is why back. Tienye. Now, question ye busane say, even Osha prices of borehole, the average borehole cost between 30,000 to 60,000. Then MC, overprice borehole to 100,000 Ghana cedi. We are asking questions. MC, then wo raise borehole prices. Me 2 borehole ama agona. Mabua asaman for amoma yomu borehole awie. Mabua kona for amoma yomu borehole awie. Mama ko 2 borehole ewo jamase. I have an idea how much borehole cost. Now asante mampong den ana wo borehole no me too agona de me sophisticated. Still it cost me about nearly 80,000 Ghana cedi. Jamase de was around 50 to 60,000 Ghana cedi. Den I won't call borehole there. So MC, we are asking you pertinent questions and you have to answer. You will answer. Thank you.